Hey guys, MA Fish Guy here, doing a review on the Eheim automatic fish feeder, everyday fish feeder. These run about $25. That's what I paid for mine. They might be a little bit less, a little bit more, depending. They're pretty easy to use. I'm pretty much going to go over the basic usage of these, and it's really not that tough. Anybody can do it. I trust these more than any other automatic fish feeder I've used. So let me go over it real quick with you. First of all, if you need to take the top off to replace the batteries, like what I do is I don't use the batteries that come with it. I use just regular Duracell Energizer, something more durable that lasts a little bit longer. But if you need to take the top off, you just press the Eheim gray button and it just pops. Really not that tough. And it just pops right back on. Sometimes when you pop the top back on, it will do a one rotation just to reset itself. But if you need to take the bottom off, you just push that button right here and pop it off. And that way you can fill it with flake food. I usually have a 90% larger flake food in there with 10% like granules. But first thing you want to do is set the time. So you're going to be brought up to 4 zeros. Just hold the set button right there. Hit the plus button, about 11:30 right now. We'll just set for 12:30 just for the video. And then you hit the mode button again and it goes to the minutes. So then you can hold it in to go a little bit faster, or you can press it, whatever, it depends on you. So 12:30, and then hit set. First one you're going to do is you're going to hit mode 1. You're going to see a little mode number 1 up at the top left corner. You're going to hit set. This is going to be the time of the first feeding. So you can set it for, if you want to do 12:35 in the afternoon, it is military time, so if it's anything past noon, you do have to add 12 to it. So if you want to do it for 5 at night, it'd be 1700. So say you want to do 12:35, again, just like setting the clock, you set this, and then hit mode again, and the 1 will blink. It's a little hard to see. There you go. There's an angle of it. When the 1 is blinking, you're going to hit the set button again. That's going to add arrows to it. What that's going to do is that determines how many feedings you want to do onto it. So say you want to do 1 feeding, you'd wait till it just has 1 arrow on it, and then hit the plus sign once you see the 1 blinking, and that's going to add the arrows. So if you have it on the 1, that's going to just do 1 feeding. If you have it on the 2 arrows, that's going to do 2 feedings with usually about a 30-second to a minute between the intervals. So that way it's not dumping it all at once and your fish have a little bit of time to eat what was first dumped, and then they can go on what secondly was dumped. So say you want to do a second feeding during the day, you would hit set to set the first one. Go to mode 2. Again, you would set the time that you want to do the feeding. So say you want to do it 5 o'clock in the morning, hit the mode button to go to the minutes. 5:01 say you want to do. Then you hit mode again and you see the 2 blinking. Again, you hit the plus. You hit the plus button and it will add 1 or 2 feedings to it, so it's really not that difficult to use. If you have a normal tank set up. Okay, so if you have a tank set up just like a normal tank that you'd have at your home with your regular hood, just move the power cord right there, and you can basically balance it right on the back of the tank. As you can see, it's rotating right now. It'll dump the food in, and you're all set. So it's pretty easy to use. Because that is set to 2, it will go off at another 1-minute interval. But yeah, the food's not all that much, so it's not too bad. With my tanks, I like it because I have just this little opening right here. I can place it right here. It rotates, feeds the fish, no problem. But the one thing you want to keep your mind on is the output right here, because this can go rather really large or rather small. I usually set mine right at like the 2nd click. You can feel it. It's just about that big opening. That way it's not too much and not too little for the fish. But it all depends on if you have big fish. If you have fry that you're looking to feed, you're going to be setting it accordingly. But just if you have to do a test run, just hit the gray button. It'll do a rotation for you and show how much you're feeding. I usually put mine on like a piece of paper. That way it's sitting right there and you can measure out the food. But again, like I said, don't block this because as it is spinning, this is pulling in air to help with the machine run and cool it down and keep it cool. So you definitely don't want to block that because you might have a little bit of a problem right there. So again, this is the Eheim fish feeder, automatic fish feeder. I love these. They're nice products. I don't really use anything else. A lot of the other ones I've used are just the manual clicking. They're just a pain because sometimes they get stuck open or they don't open all the way and they don't feed your fish. But I've never had a problem with this one. I'm probably going to hook this right up to the fry tank. That way I can do some power feeding on these guys and get some nice optimum growth out of them. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, I'll put a link down below where you can buy this right on Amazon, and there's a 1-minute interval. I'll put a link right down below for Amazon so you can buy this and check it out for your fish. Like I said, I think I paid around $25, might be a little bit less, a little bit more now. But please do check it out. Subscribe to my channel, like the video, share it, and check out my website, mafishguide.com. Thanks.